It was the morning of my 29th birthday. No calls, no texts, just silence. I sat on my apartment couch in Seattle, sipping cheap coffee, trying not to think about how birthdays used to feel when I was a kid. Balloons, cake, laughter. My mom would bake her famous red velvet cake, and my dad would grill outside. But that was years ago, long before I became the forgotten one. I opened Facebook just to distract myself, scrolling past ads and engagement posts. That's when I froze. Right there, on my screen, was a post from my mom, a photo of my sister, Emily, standing in front of a massive golden balloon arch that said, "Happy birthday, princess." The caption read, "My heart, my pride, my only reason to celebrate. She's the only one worth baking for." Thousands of likes, dozens of comments saying how beautiful she looked. And there it was, clear as day. The date, June 14th, my birthday. They'd thrown her a grand party on my day. Not the day after, not before, on my birthday. I stared at that post for what felt like hours. The photo showed my parents smiling, relatives dancing, everyone clinking champagne glasses. And I wasn't even invited. At first, I felt numb. Then, something colder settled in, clarity, because I'd been here before. When I graduated college with honors, they didn't show up. When I got promoted to project manager last year, they said, "Good. Maybe now you can help your sister find a job." Every achievement of mine had always been an inconvenience to their golden child. But today was different, because this time I had something they didn't know. You see, 2 weeks earlier, I got an offer, something that would change everything for me and for them. A major company was buying out the small startup I'd helped build from scratch. And since I was one of the founding members, I had equity, a lot of it. We were talking 7 figures once the deal closed. And not just that, one of my clients, a quiet older man named Mr. Bennett, had passed away last month. He'd left a will. I'd been helping him with some tech consulting over the years. His lawyer called me a few days ago and said, "Mr. Bennett wanted you to have his cabin and his stock shares. He said you treated him like family when his own didn't." I was suddenly sitting on more money than my parents had seen in their lifetime. But they didn't know, because to them, I was still the disappointment. So when I saw that post, I didn't cry. I didn't even call. I just smiled, finished my coffee, and opened my laptop. Email number 1, to my parents. Subject, "Thank you for the reminder." "Hi Mom, hi Dad, I saw the pictures from Emily's birthday party. The decorations were stunning. The cake looked delicious. Your caption even more so. I realized you were right. She is the only one worth baking for. I wanted to thank you for showing me, so clearly, where I stand. It finally made a few decisions. Remember that company I co-founded? It's being acquired next week. The payout's significant, life-changing really. I was planning to pay off your mortgage as a surprise. But now, I think I'll use that money to travel instead. Maybe I'll send you a postcard from somewhere you never thought I'd reach. Happy birthday to Emily, Mark." I hit send and didn't even blink. Email number 2, to Emily. Subject, "Congratulations on being the favorite. Hey Em, I hope the party was everything you wanted. It looked amazing. You've always been good at taking center stage. It's your gift. I just wanted to let you know something you might not have heard yet. I'll be leaving Seattle soon. The company deal I mentioned to Mom and Dad, it's finalized next week. I'll be moving to New York as a senior partner. I'll be donating $100,000 to a women's tech scholarship under your name. Not because you earned it, but because every time I see your name associated with something good, it'll remind me of how far I came without you. Take care of Mom and Dad. They'll need someone to brag about. Mark." Send email number 3. To the family group thread, all 26 members. Subject, "A quick thank you. Hi everyone. Just wanted to say how heartwarming it was to see you all celebrating Emily's birthday. I didn't know my own birthday was such a convenient date for her party. No worries though. I'm glad everyone enjoyed themselves. Next year, drinks are on me. Maybe in Manhattan. Or maybe I'll invite you all to the little lake house I just inherited from Mr. Bennett. Funny how family can come from unexpected places. Until then, no hard feelings. I learned that being forgotten can sometimes be the best thing that ever happens to you. Warm regards, Mark." I sat back in my chair feeling Light, no shouting, no confrontation, just silence and truth. Within 10 minutes, my phone began to buzz. 30 missed calls, 10 unread texts. Mom, Mark, what do you mean inherited? Why didn't you tell us? Dad, call us back. We didn't mean it that way. Emily, wait, are you serious about that scholarship thing? I turned my phone face down and let it buzz itself quiet. For the first time in years, I didn't feel like the forgotten son. I felt free. That night, I booked a one-way flight to New York. I moved into a modern apartment overlooking the Hudson River, started fresh at the new firm, and threw myself into work. But here's the twist life loves to play. 3 months later, I got another message from my mom again. This time, it wasn't public. It was a simple, private email. Subject, we're proud of you. Mark, we saw the article about your company's acquisition. We didn't realize how much you'd accomplished. We're sorry for making you feel less. We miss you. Can we visit? I read it twice, smiled faintly, and closed my laptop. Not out of spite, but because I had finally accepted that closure doesn't always come from apology. Sometimes it comes from knowing you didn't need their validation after all. A year later, I stood at Mr. Bennett's old cabin by the lake, the one he'd left me. It was peaceful. Birds, wind, silence. I turned on my phone for the first time in weeks and opened Facebook. Emily had posted again. This time, her caption read, "Proud of my brother Mark. He's proof that success speaks louder than favoritism." For the first time, I hit like, because maybe forgiveness isn't about letting them back in. Maybe it's about letting go of the space they once filled. And every year since, on June 14th, I bake my own cake. No balloons, no parties, no crowd. Just me, the quiet hum of the city outside, and a small candle flickering on top of red velvet. I whisper, "Happy birthday, Mark." And somewhere deep down, I thank them. Because if they hadn't forgotten me that day, I might never have remembered who I truly was.